What is going on, guys? It is the Poke King, and we're back with another banger. So today we're going to be taking a look at Gardevoir EX, and I think I'm ready to say it. I think the tournament results from, League Cups, challenges, and even from Pokemon Regionals in 2025, that Gardevoir EX is the best deck in the format. Now, others may disagree. They may think that Dragapult is the best deck, but I think that Guardy is so versatile. It's still doing Guardy things, and even with losing like Refinement Kirlia, Radiant Greninja, even Shiny Arcana Gardevoir, that Gardevoir is still a #1 contender. So we're going to take a look at the current build that I'm playing. It's only one card off right now from Brent Tonnisson's winning Monterey regional championship. So we'll go in and then I'll show you a couple tweaks that I made to the deck. Let's get into it. Starting off, we're going to start off with the only Ralts that you should be playing. This is the 70 HP Ralts that we have from base set Scarlet and Violet. So we're playing 3 Ralts. Now, of course, it hurts to show these Kirlias because, of course, they aren't Refinement Kirlia, but they get the job done. We're going to play 2 of the regular Kirlias from, once again, Scarlet and Violet. And then, of course, nothing has changed with base set Gardevoir EX. Now, this card, once again, it's just absolutely busted. Being able to Psychic Embrace as many times as you like during the turn for as many Psychic Energies as you have in the discard pile, it is amazing. And then Miracle Force is still a good card. Where this Pokemon recovers from all special conditions, so it can play a little factor, especially against things like Poison Moon or Poisoned Archaladon. So Gardevoir EX is still getting the job done. Now, of course, with Shrouded Fable released this busted card, people were talking about this when this card first dropped, like how good would this card be? And Munkidori is absolutely broken. It's in almost every deck, so you just know how good of a card that Munkidori is. So we're gonna play 3 of the monkeys because we want to be able to move those damage counters off from when we Psychic Embrace. We do play 1 Drifloon now, of course. Before it used to be around 2, and then this was like, you were playing like a heavy Arven build, but right now we're playing 1 traditional Drifloon, and this card just helps you take out those big attackers. Screamtail probably becomes an even better attacker than Drifloon because of the fact that we don't have Manaphy. So Screamtail being able to put the damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon is super impactful. So Screamtail just does an amazing job once again in this deck, and opening this against any sort of deck, and once again I play Munkidori Frostlast, that opening this Screamtail is really good against even Dragapult because the 30 damage that Screamtail does, it absolutely adds up. It's absolutely busted because that 30 damage knocks out Budew, and then it also means that you can attack for 3 turns to knock out things like Dreepies, Dracloak. We're playing the 1 Lillie's Clefairy, talking about Dragapult. Lillie Clefairy absolutely allows you to smoke the Dragapult matchup, whether it be attacking with like Gardevoir or attacking with this card Mew EX with Geno hacking. This becomes absolutely busted. You can copy Phantom Dive and do 60 damage counters to your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then you of course do the 200. So Geno hacking becomes absolutely busted with Lillie's Clefairy. You're knocking out their attacking Dragapult EX and you're spreading damage. Now, of course, we're playing the 1 best support Pokemon in the game right now, Fezandipiti EX. And then we're playing, of course, the 1 Budew. Now, I do want to find a room in this deck to play 2 Budew because I think if you prize this, it kind of throws off, the whole Budew lock and everything like that. And if your opponent is Budew locking you, I don't think it's as good when you can't, item lock them back. So that's all the Pokemon that we're going to play for the deck. So Brett wanted to keep it simple, and I'm glad that we're seeing this card back in, once again, Gardevoir, very similar to like Tord's world build of Guardy, where you're just playing a bunch of draw supporters. So for research, I think it's just because we're, with Budew lock, Arven just becomes less important in this deck, and TM evoing, you're not evoing to like the Refinement Kirlias anymore. So at this point you just want consistency, so you're going to play 4 research and 4 Iono. And then the only other supporter is a Professor Turo scenario. So we keep it very simple. You could theoretically, if you wanted to, I've seen some people play like a Crispin to get the dark energy out, especially if you're item lock and you can't Earthen Vessel. And then you can attach an energy to like a Screamtail and retreat it to get in the discard pile. So not a bad idea. I don't think it's too bad. We are playing 4 Ultra Ball, once again, just for straight consistency. And the same thing with the 4 Nest Ball. You just want to see these in your opening hand turn 1. and just be able to get out, you know, a roll to establish something like a Munkidori, or even, once again, if you don't prize it, the Budew. We're going to be playing 4 Night Stretchers. You're not playing anything like a Super Rod in this deck anymore. So we just want the 4 Night Stretchers to get back kind of what we need. Dark Energies, more Munkidoris. Consistency is what this deck is striving for. We're going to play 3 Earthen Vessel. Once again, getting to your Dark and Psychic Energies, we got to find ways to get those into the discard pile. We're playing 2 Rare Candy, which is once again needed in the deck. I think it's really good, especially if you're being pressured by like a more aggressive Dragapult build, and then you have to get out. You know, you can't let those Ralts get knocked out, that you have to just go into Gardevoir unless you just pretty much get run over. So you have to play the Rare Candies and then the 2 counter catchers, because once again, if you're doing the Budew war, they're usually going to knock out the Budew, and then you can take advantage of that. We're playing 1 Secret Box still. Once again, Henry Chow putting this in Guardy months ago. That Secret Box is once again probably the best supporter for Guardy, and that's because we're also playing 3 Bravery Charm. So because we dropped the Arvand, you know, something like Secret Box is just so impactful. You know, even if you get Unfair Stamp and you draw into like a Secret Box, able to draw off of the Mew and then draw off of the turn, like it's just really good. So 3 Bravery Charm, absolutely necessary in the deck. And then we're playing 2 Artazon. We don't care about giving our opponent Pokemon search. We just want to make sure we set up our board because our deck is just so much more powerful. So, you know, Guardy does not mind dropping in the Artazon, so, you know, other decks don't mind that at all. We're playing 3 Dark Energy. Once again, just 1 more extra than you would normally see in the Guardy deck. You normally the 2, but 3 just more for the consistency, and we just want to see it more often in the opening hand, so then we can attach to the Munkidori. Then we're just going to start off with 3, 6, 7 Psychic Energies, and that's the entire Guardy deck. Let me know in the comment section down below what card I should cut to fit the second Budew. Also, just let me know some cards that I could add into the deck, some things that I can tweak. You know, we're coming out with some of the best profiles in the game, also just showing the different decks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become part of the Poke Kingdom. It's been your king. Peace.